Hey there, Baka bitches listeners. Before we jump into the chaos, just a heads up.
This podcast contains adult language, strong opinions, like our drinks, and questionable anime takes.
We also talk about daddy's trauma and things your grandma probably wouldn't approve of. Life topics.
So, if you're under 18 or easily offended,
maybe skip this one. Everyone else,
welcome to the madness. Hashtag Baka Bitches Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. Talk. My name is Stephanie.
And I'm Hannah.
And tonight we are coming at you with our fourth episode of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? So before we start talking about episode 4, drinky drink.
Yeah, what is it? What are we drinking?
It's mostly strawberry additive flavoring.
Mm-hmm. It's very
and
delicious.
Bubbly water. My voice cracked right there. Bubbly water. And gin.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's the alcohol?
And gin. So that's what we're drinking right now. Something very light. Something very refreshing.
Yeah.
We can't have anything weighing down our conversation.
No.
It's too much of a workout.
It is. And we've done so much lifting with this episode.
Okay, so Episode 4. Did you have a nice summer?
Did we?
We're going to find out. So we are going to unfold all of Episode 4.
Yeah, we are.
What we did during summer break.
Yeah, which, okay, I don't know about you, but do you miss summer break? I miss summer break. As an adult,
I miss any break. I miss the weekends. I have small children. I never have a break.
Yeah, there is no such thing. There's no such thing as vacation. There's no such thing as relaxing. There is just sadness and girl rot if you have the time.
Despair.
Yeah.
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 So they're pining. They want their summer break.
Yeah, and they've
got health goals. They have health goals for their summer break.
Yeah, they're
good
like,
for them.
I mean, yeah, honestly, good for them for even like wanting to go to the gym on their off day. Their off days? I don't know.
It's multiple days.
Yeah. And
as it turns out.
Yeah. Like, Japan does not take the summer off as long as America does. America, we're just like, yeah, 3 months, that's fine. The kids will be fine. And Japan is like, we'll give them 2 weeks off. It's fine. That's for summer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they and then right back to studying.
They deserve it.
Yeah, just 2 whole weeks. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. But yeah, so the girls are like, awesome, we're on break, and they, the 3 of them.
So it starts with Hibiki and Akemi.
Yeah,
and then Ayaka
shows
up, and Hibiki makes some smart-ass remark. I can't even remember. Like, are you just here to troll us?
Yeah, right?
And Akemi was like, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
I'm here to show you up at the gym, babes. And so they walk together, and they're like, I'm so excited to go to the gym and do the thing. And so clearly they are deep into the routine. They're used to it, because that's about the time where I do look forward to working out, is when I'm, in
a routine. You got a routine,
yeah. And then it feels weird when you're not doing it. So that's where they are. They're, looking forward to the gym, breaking into a sweat and all that jazz. And they walk into the gym, and it is filled with people. Like, there's practically no room to even turn around in that gym because there's so many people. And the girls are like, what? What is going on here? And our macho man comes in. He's like, hey, what's up, girlfriends? Well, he doesn't say that because I don't assume he would ever really say that. But in my head, that's what he said. And they're like, what is with all these people? He's like, oh yeah, this is what they call like prime time, or like peak hours, basically, when the gym is available to all the peoples who are like getting off work, who are, doing I don't know, whatever, but it's their free time. It's this period where the gym just gets really crazy. And this time it's an added special thing of like, it's summer. So one, people are coming in to take advantage of the ice cold AC, which fair.
That was one of the three things.
Yeah.
Free AC was one of them.
Picking up chicks.
Finding their summer fling.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. And
last one. Triple it up, Hannah. Triple it up.
What was it?
What was the last one?
I don't remember. New Year's resolution.
Dang it, no. Oh, man, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
To get ripped.
Oh, yeah,
that was number one.
That's legit.
To get ripped. And then number 2 was free AC, and then 3 was to find their summer fling.
Yeah, okay,
you were
that's
so
right.
good.
So close.
Yeah, no notes.
I know.
Good for
Look
you.
at that. And, like, of course, it's very obvious that they'd be there to get ripped. Obviously. But, you know what? Okay. How about you give it to me, because, like, isn't that, like, a New Year's resolution thing? Like, I'm going to go hard at the gym
New Year's
and do the
resolution,
games.
anything.
Yeah, but do people really? No, they, like, mainly are like, I'm going to get fit and, like, so swole. And
New Year's
then they
resolution,
don't.
I'm going to find my summer fling. You know, it's not a New Year's resolution. I'm going to get AC. Well, maybe your New Year's resmission is to get air conditioning.
Get that ice cold AC.
I was in my head imagining it more to be, I become the free AC.
I am the free AC.
I walk around exuberating coolness that everybody is my AC.
I'm a cool cat.
Okay, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. No. My resolutions were never those anyways. But I will say that, when I was younger and I actually did resolutions, one of like all the time, it's a common one, is to get fit, right?
Okay, yeah.
So give it to me. Give me half a point.
You're still on about the points.
Yes!
I moved on. You've already lost.
I want to win.
You've already lost.
I want to win.
You've already lost. I can't believe you made all that point to go around, but you've already lost.
I will argue my way out of a paper bag. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the girls are
They're
overwhelmed.
there. There's a ton of people.
So many people.
They can't use the equipment that they're used to. And primarily what they've been using up until now has been a lot of free weights, because it gives a good range of motion. And so Makio is trying to teach them, you can use a combination of both. The free weights, for having the range of motion and, being able to tweak things for your own body. And then the machines are good too, because they're like the backup support. You really can't mess them up. You're it's holding you in form, so you can use a combination of them both.
Right.
So then the girls are just like, oh, that's pretty cool, let's see what we can do with our bodies. And I'm gonna be straight up honest.
Yeah.
We have watched, this is now our 4th episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like for the most part, for being a workout show, girls in skimpy clothing, doing the cosplay thing, it has been pretty comfortable in terms of like what they are talking about on a more intimate level.
Yeah.
And I feel like this episode, we just went full, not just like sexual innuendo, but just like sexual.
Yeah, like straight up.
It just went straight there, this episode. This episode was less informative.
Yeah.
And more just
about fan service stuff.
It reminds me of the old days where every single podcast episode was just like,
yes.
Daddy.
Yeah. We've grown out of it little bit.
We're so mature.
Daddy.
Paging Dr. Mike. Come in, Dr. Mike.
Dr. Jones. Again. No, I mean, it was very surprising and also very unnecessary in certain sceens of this episode.
It was like, so unnecessary.
What? I mean, we have like a scene because when this prime time like hour happens or whatever at the gym, and Machio is teaching them how to use the actual machines. They're concentrating on the chest, pectorals to work out. And so they're doing close-up shots of
just two cans.
Yeah, just hibikis or...
Hibikis.
Yeah, mainly hibikis. Chesticles.
And of course they're flopping all around 80 different directions.
The movements and then
all the details happening. Lots of
Akami. We've been Akami, something like that. We've been saying her name wrong apparently. My bad.
What do you expect? We're just Baka bitches.
We're just Baka bitches.
Okay, we're just doing our best.
I'm just a girl.
That's my motto.
And like just close-ups of them working out their pectorals, but it's so,
and then
like,
as they get
sexual.
sweaty, and then it's like the faces
so detailed.
With the like little heart eyes and like eyes rolling back into her head, like drooling,
panting, and just
and then the words too. So I wrote down some of them.
Yeah, go
so
on.
At one point, Akemi is like, I can feel it growing. Right in the center of my chest. It's getting bigger. Like, girl, come on.
We know what this is implying.
And you guys are hearing what we're saying, but Hannah was also seeing my visual, which is like me arm thrusting my breasts together.
So they squish together.
It was so extra.
Because that's how it was.
And then another one
was,
I'd like to press his dumbbell. Girl.
That's when,
that's so aggressive.
Ayaka.
Now you're me.
Yeah, we have trade places.
I love this for us.
Love that.
Okay.
So she comes in, after everyone has started to leave the gym and it's getting less full. She comes in and Hibiki is like, oh my gosh, you're here. What are you doing here? And she's like, oh my gosh, did your dojo close? And Ayaka's like, no, you idiot. First of all, it's a boxing gym. And second of all, it's actually become so popular that we've had to actually kind of spread ourselves out. That is it is now
also a gymnastics class / Karma Sutra class. All the classes.
All the really important bendy type classes.
So Ayaka's family is spreading themselves.
Yeah, they're spreading themselves out.
They're spreading
like, wide
the dojo. It can now be your Joe.
In the dough. And she's like, more or less, because it's become so popular, I have to come here and teach boxing classes, and we're just gonna go with that. Like, okay,
it's for the plot.
Absolutely.
It's for the plot.
Yeah, it's for the plot.
There was a lot of those incidents this episode.
I mean, it's kind of stretching things thin, if you will. And so it's like, okay, she's there, and she's like, oh, this is your trainer? Oh, wow, he's hot. Like, everyone is apparently drooling over Machio. Mainly because he's still in his tracksuit at this point. And it's great because every time a girl sees Machio in his tracksuit, they like get the hard eyes, they flirt, like get a little flirting, like ooh ah, but then they don't like recognize or pay attention or make comments to when he flexes, and he just becomes the bodybuilder type. Right. Like no one, it's just like like it never happened. What? Because if a guy really did that in real life, I'd be making comments galore. Like, first of all, how did you look so normal in that tracksuit? Yeah. And now you're just in a Speedo, greased up with all those muscles in front of my face.
And what are you going to do for the rest of your day, sir?
Yeah, like, go on.
You work at a school. Don't you have to put... Oh, he doesn't work at a school.
No, he works at a gym, though.
Where there's underage kids.
School kids go, yeah.
And you're just over here just walking around.
Just in a little Speedo speed. And it's a time. It's a time. And
that was very cute, though, how he put the tracksuit back on and then his whole body shrank.
Yeah, he just shrank right before.
He somehow procured a tracksuit out of we don't know where.
Thin air at this point.
He just had an extra tracksuit up his butthole. He whips it out. We see him on screen put the tracksuit on all in one piece with one hand.
Yeah, just whoosh.
And then his whole body shrank with it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay,
that was pretty cute.
They took the time to really put that in there. And that is also normal now. A normal part of the gym going experience is your personal trainer just deflates when he puts a tracksuit on. So, there you go. Mm-hmm. And where does it just kind of like, does the scene end from there?
It does. So it does end from there, but then the next scene immediately follows in the same location. So the girls are all at the gym again, getting ready to do their next workout, presumably the next day. Yeah. And there's signs everywhere, which were all in Japanese, but they were freaking out. Hannah and I were like, put a fucking translation on here,
because
people.
They do not.
They did not. It could have said anything. It could have just said... infested with mosquitoes. We don't know. Like, we don't know why they
gym rats are infested.
You can't come in. Avril Lavigne is in here today. We don't know.
She's booked the whole gym. She's out.
She loves to do that. She does that kind of thing all the time.
Be so complicated.
Yeah, and she gets her groove on. We don't know. Yeah. So anyway,
she's just a skater boy. No, wait, she's not. She's a ballerina, right? She did ballet.
Yes.
What more can I say?
It's essentially ballerina.
I am pucking this up. Yeah,
that's so good. I'm just
so
not
good.
meeting your energy right now because all I can keep thinking about is your TV in the refrigerator. Is the only thing I can keep thinking about.
10 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, I don't know, when you were talking at some point, I was thinking about that. And I was like trying not to smile.
Me too. Because all my conversation, I'm trying to concentrate really hard on my conversation with you, but I just keep thinking about that fucking TV.
That was really good. That was really
just
good.
Someone opening the refrigerator and just tuning the TV a little bit and antenna
community TV.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways.
That's going to make no sense to anyone but us, and that's
fine. It will make sense. If you guys are drunk enough, it will make sense.
You can connect your own dots.
Yeah, so then the girls are back. It turns out all the signage says...
everything's closed.
They're closed for summer break.
Yeah, the gym, the community pool, and another gym.
Their school is closed because
just everything.
They can't go anywhere.
Where they would work out closed.
Everything.
Shut
down COVID style.
Yeah, which is a real bummer.
So...
They...
Kemi.
Yeah.
Kemi?
Yeah.
Alchemy.
We'll go with that.
I don't know.
Alchemy.
That bitch.
Alchemy.
Alchemy. Really love that. Okay. So Alchemy is like, I got a magic spell. And
Where's the Elric brothers when you need them? Oh.
They're trying to help a little girl and a puppy.
Oh.
Okay. They go to this bitch's house.
Yeah.
This bitch over here.
She
They go
rich as
to
fuck.
her house. And they turn the corner and everybody's like, huh? What?
What is
you don't
this?
have a house? You live in a mansion? And she's like, well, I don't know. I just always grew up like this, and it was always normal for me. I just thought it was a regular house. Tee, come on.
And it's like, shut up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, we know she's
Nah.
not stupid.
Nah, this like feigned like humbleness or whatever.
Yeah.
This is just normal to me. I don't know. Like, there's literally 30 bedrooms in this thing. And one of the girls is like, this is the House of Versailles, just sitting here in Japan.
And
It's a lot.
And also, you have this huge mansion house. Surely you would have a home gym?
Yeah,
No,
at least taking
nope,
the first floor.
Nope. Turns out they don't have a home gym
Apparently.
because if you like to see movies, you still go to the movie theater, right? What
Yeah,
logic
right?
is that?
Right? No, not anymore. Not anymore. No, get with the times, girl. Get with the
So
times.
the logic was, you know,
It
if
was
you
off.
like movies, you would still go to the theater. So if you like
No.
working out, you would still go to the gym.
No,
But
it
then,
doesn't fly with
wouldn't
me.
you only need one or the other? You only need a TV in your home or to go to the theater. You want to tell me that argument holds any fucking water?
It doesn't.
doesn't.
Full of holes,
So
baby.
why can't I go to the gym and have one or two workout equipments? That's the equivalent to
Right.
having one or two TVs
I
and
know.
going to the movies. This bitch don't know what she's talking about.
It's
I'm
because
telling
she's
you.
so rich. She needs to touch grass. She doesn't
Okay.
understand.
All right.
But the two other girls who are like, they're like, okay, yeah, they're just going along with it. Yeah, of course you just go to the movie theaters. Still,
And yeah, we're at this cool home where we still can't work out. But then Akemi's like, oh my god, bitches, follow me.
Bitches.
I have a great idea.
I got it.
And then
She gets her burn book out now.
Yeah. She is a fugly slut. Do not trust her. No, she goes and she gets her VHS tapes that were like taped over the Winfrey show.
Yeah,
And they like taped,
that's right.
they taped, there's a tape of this guy, Toshio.
Ooh, you even wrote that down. No, I forgot.
I did. I wrote it down. And because
You should always name
Yeah.
your tormentor. You should always remember.
So she's showing them this sketch ass, like literal ass. We saw a lot of
my
ass
gosh.
on this tape.
This whole thing was a huge ass sexual assault.
Yeah, so what did they used to call those VHSs, the like jazzercise? Like you could get
Yeah.
them on VHS and okay, for those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
VHS is like a DVD, which is like it was
But
just a different
it's a
way.
brick.
It was a different way
It was a plastic
to
black
watch a
brick
movie, a
usually.
singular movie.
And back in my day, when you were done watching the VHS, you had to rewind it.
I was gonna say, we just shout out to Be Kind Rewind. Watch
Yeah.
the movie; it'll answer your questions if you don't know what that is.
So many questions if you have them.
So she's showing them this sketch ass, like
DVD.
I don't know, some
It's
kind
a
of
workout
movie. It's a
DVD,
movie.
but like,
and and this person who's the instructor, this Toshio
right?
dude, is an older gentleman and is also just as nude, if not more nude, than Machio always ends up.
Yes. It was very scary
Like,
for a second there.
If Machio is wearing a G-string, this dude is like wearing an A-string.
yeah,
Like it is as
it's just a
microscopic
banana
as
sling,
possible.
right?
It's so tiny.
Ooh, micro.
And there was a lot of close-up shots, so I mean, I guess we can't say there wasn't nothing for the girls if that's what you're into.
If that's
You
what
know?
you're into, but that is definitely not.
it was
my
coming.
thing.
It was coming at the screen in almost 4-dimensional ways.
In forced dimensional ways.
Yeah.
Because that was a lot. That was definitely some sort of assault to the eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm still not over it, really.
So he was just trying to show, different exercises you can do at home. Mm-hmm. The girls weren't very impressed. They're like, oh, we know a lot of these, squats, lunges, push-ups. We need some hard stuff.
Yeah, something a little bit more trickier to do.
So then I don't know the name of this exercise, but some kind of chair dips.
Yeah.
Where you face the chairs that have backs on them, back to back, and you stand between the two backs of the chair. Mm-hmm. And then using the strength in your arm muscles, you dip your body up and down.
Slowly.
It seems...
Which I feel like...
It doesn't even sound like my arms work in that direction.
And honestly, it doesn't even feel like chairs work in that direction. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would just tilt...
Chairs don't work in that direction?
No, like, what I'm saying is, like, if you put your... Like, if you do that...
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it would tip inward. Yeah. Like, it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe it does. Let's get the chair. Let's do it.
I am not about to try this.
No. But maybe it does actually work. I don't know. I'm not a physicist. I'm not Isaac Newton. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't
I'm just a girl.
But I'm just like, ooh, that looks a little precarious, but I guess.
Okay. I mean, they're all like 87 pounds, so it's fine.
Yeah, whatever. And so they
all did their little chair dips. They're all happy.
Like 10 or 20 reps.
And then they were like,
each.
okay, cool. We all did our reps. Now what? Oh, okay, let's go to the next page. Oh, we could weigh our bodies down.
Yeah.
So when we do this exercise, we're adding more resistance.
More of a challenge. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fair, valid. People do that all the time.
Is first to bat.
Yeah.
And last to bat.
Yeah, immediately.
And then they turned that broken chair into a baseball bat. Oh my god, that was so funny. Home run. Fucking yeah.
Did it.
Okay. Anyways.
On fire. Yeah, so she breaks the chairs completely.
She does. Just kind of like how you described. Like, you would think it would do that based on looking at it. Not because of her weight.
No, not at all.
But because of...
physics and shit.
Like dimensions and lines and equations.
And magnets, how do they work? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to Google the shit out of that later.
Okay, do it. Bet. So, Hibiki is just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Alchemy. When I get paid, which I don't think I've ever seen that girl work. So, how's she getting paid? I don't know. Minor detail. But she's like, I'm so sorry about breaking the chairs. When I get money, I'm going to pay you back. And Alchemy is just like, straight up like, don't worry about it. I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Good friend.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. Cool. Fantastic.
Accidents happen.
And it's like, yeah, okay, it's just some chairs. And then we cut immediately to Hibiki hanging out on the couch at her regular, normal, not Versailles home. And
yeah, forgot about that.
And she's watching TV, and she sees on TV the exact type of chair that she broke. And the narrator is like, oh, you'd be lucky, and it would be such a deal even if you paid, like, hundreds of millions for this chair or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like, ooh, what?
So many funny little things like that.
Once again, the ugly details, shock drawing.
Right. Yeah. Shock drawing. That is an entire form of drawing.
It really is. That. And it's like, oh, okay. So, I guess the note for that is if you're going to do a home workout, don't use your expensive furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. And so that's kind of done. And then we I feel like this episode is a little bit like 2 episodes in one, kind of. Because there's almost like 2 kind of plots.
Yes, yeah, it very much is broken up like that. So, like, rounding out the second half of this plot that's happening is the girls trying to figure out something to do.
Yeah.
With their time off, right? So,
because they have so much time.
Our first, like, segment was, like, the gym is crowded. Let's find alternative ways to work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, like, the gym is closed. Let us entertain ourselves. And, like, that's kind of, like, the second part of where we are. So they decide they are going to go spend some time on the beach.
Which, great.
Because they're going to swim.
It's fantastic.
And swimming is a great low-impact sport on the joints that burns tons of calories.
So many calories.
So that's their plan. So the girls, being Hibiki, Akemi, Ayaka, and somehow, and for some reason, the teacher?
Yeah, Miss Tachibana.
And the singular bus driver.
Yeah, who we don't even see.
And so just these 4 women are going to the beach together. And Hibiki is kind of like, isn't that weird that it's summer and we're the only 4 people on this bus?
Going to the beach right now?
And it really kind of was. And it's one of those,
weird.
It's just for the plot.
Yeah, basically.
It's just for the plot.
And
so they get to the beach. And then, surprise, the beach is closed. No swimming. Like, the beach is open.
But just don't go in the water.
But don't go in the water. And because you can't go in the water, there's magically 0 people there. And everybody who owns a business has decided...
They're closed up.
They're just closed. You can't go swim. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You can't get no sushi.
No,
you can't get that t-shirt that says I came all this way to California and all my relatives got me was a stupid shirt. You can't buy that shirt.
You can't get a nice watermelon
everybody
to chill in the ocean water.
No, forget that.
None of that.
Public restrooms, everything closed.
Just done.
You just hold it.
Just done.
You can't go in the ocean and pee. You can't go in the bathroom.
Because there was like a buttload of sharks.
Literally, that's what it said.
That's what
there was
said.
A buttload of sharks
in the water.
I will never not be surprised by what they come up with for this.
Because
like, why are they talking like this? And like so,
yeah, so
they're hanging out, trying to figure out a thing to do, and then it's suddenly like, I know, we can do push-ups in the sand because using the sand is good resistance.
And we can use the beach.
And then we can just step that up a notch, and then we'll just like jump up and squat. And Hannah's like, okay, so basically burpees.
And they're like, yeah, it's burpees.
Sand burpees.
And I'm like, ugh, the worst. The worst. You know what? No. I can't with those. I hate them. I hate them so much.
So they started doing sand burpees first thing in the morning, and they didn't stop and collapse into the sand until it was literally sunset, you guys.
The sun was setting.
The sun was setting.
The sun was setting on their bullshit.
And they had just barely sat down. Give me a fucking break. That's not real life.
Nah, because I'm one burpee and I'm done. And I'm like, okay, I'd rather like run laps along the water line, you know. That seems way more doable for me anyways. Yeah, I really hate burpees, and these bitches, these crazy ass bitches, were doing that all day on the beach. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I mean, even though that there's a buttload of sharks in the water, like, you could like dip your toes in, you know? The sharks aren't going to come at and nibble your toes. They won't. They won't do that. That's too close. They would... I was going to say drown, but that's not that's not what they do when they get to the shore.
Maybe they have a feet fetish. They want it on Fish Feet Finder.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know what my buttload of sharks is for this episode?
Yeah.
The thing that I like as much as you loved that buttload of sharks is the old granny voice going, oh, look at those hardcore young ladies. What grandma says the word hardcore?
Not my
grandma.
grandma.
And it was that voice.
It was a shaky
hardcore ladies.
Those ladies. And then naturally,
The
we
young-
have to make fun of
The
it.
hardcore young whippersnappers.
Look at them exercising on the beach.
So the whole beach is closed, minus the grandma who's there to know.
Just admiring these ladies in bikinis.
I don't.
Doing hardcore.
It's just so
strength training.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, look at that strength training to
Yeah.
exercise.
Back in my day.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And so do I.
Grandma, go to bed. You're senile.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a joke. Where did I hear it? Let me see if I can remember it right.
I believe in you.
Okay. Do you know the secret for living? No, I already fucked it up.
Oh no! I was like, yes, go on. A long life?
Yes, I know.
A long
The
life? Is it
secret.
whiskey and bitches?
Oh my gosh. I can't even remember where I heard it, so now I don't even know how to perfect it.
Google it. Google it.
Oh my god. Hannah, I had it, and then you looked at me and you're like,
Oh, no.
go! And then I rushed it, and then my head didn't finish computing, and I was this close to seeing the rest of the joke.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault for looking at you.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can Google it. I don't even know how long we are into
Be
the
like
podcast.
that one joke about the old lady and the remembering of things. I don't know where this is going, but it's gonna be a really good joke. I can feel it.
I mean, it's gonna be a joke.
It's
I
gonna
don't know
be
if it's
a
gonna be a
joke.
good joke. Oh, I was completely wrong on how it went.
Oh, okay, cool. Say it now.
How do you get a smoking hot body as a senior citizen?
I don't know how.
Cremation. I was very caught up on finding a number that you had to be.
Oh.
But now that I've remembered that joke, I'll ask it to my parents later.
That's dark. I love that. Okay. They're gonna love it. They'll be like, oh yes, thanks. I'll remember my mortality even more today.
I mean, sometimes children do have to remind their parents of that.
That's
you know,
true.
Xander told me yesterday that even if I were to get so sick I have to go to the hospital, he would come and visit me and then still love me even after I die. Because I guess if I go to the hospital for any reason, I'm not coming back.
That's just how it goes when you go into the hospital.
When you
that's
go,
it.
Mom.
That is it.
One time, Mom.
Just put her
I
down
will
now.
come and visit you, but then I will still love you after you're gone. Okay.
I'm not gonna call you mom anymore. You're just old yeller.
Yeah.
Just take you out back and shoot you.
It's nice to remember those kinds of things, you know?
I mean,
Appreciation.
you know, it just reminds me of all the facts that I came up with as a kid, because it's like, oh, you know, you see it on TV, like your kids probably have. Oh, if someone goes to the hospital, then they're just dying. You know, just immediately. It's just, there's no coming back from it. Because, like, even in kids' cartoons, they're like, you dramatize the situation by being like hospital bed and them going, come closer, you know, kind of stuff. You know, so that's probably kind of where they get some of it. Like, you know, but it's like as a kid, there's just certain things that you just make up in your mind that are like,
that's what
there's
it is.
this dot, and I have now made this connection.
There's only one intersection on this connection. There's no other alternate routes.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Like for me, when I was younger, I actually really liked watching like the older sitcoms, like from the 70s, stuff like that. So, you know, like what was one of them? Like, I'd watch The Jeffersons. It wasn't my favorite, but I'd watch it. But in my kid brain, because I had never seen whatever episode I was watching, then it was new and had just come out.
Oh.
And it wasn't, like just a recorded thing from the 70s. No, it was actually recorded in the 90s when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Because I had never seen it, so it must be a new episode. It's just kind of one of those things. I don't know why I'm going off on the tangent, but Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I stopped listening. I'm still just thinking about the refrigerator and how we're finally done recording.
Yeah.
So, because I've been trying to avoid making eye contact with you because every time I see you, I just am thinking about the refrigerator and the TV.
The community TV.
Yeah,
we should probably.
This episode is already done, guys.
Good. Yeah, we had
thank you, extra special if you are still listening to us. Just
we've gone off the rails, but it's fine. It's fine. That's why they're here. That's why they love us, I think.
Yay.
Baka, bye. Baka, bye.